Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special sandwich. We call this the 1K sandwich. And yes, it starts out with bacon. Well, sandwich is pretty expensive. And it's probably about 60 bucks for everything on this one. This is the splurge sandwich. But it's super tasty and super good and super worth it. I'm going to start out cooking the bacon, and then by the time we end up with everything, it will be on the Traeger. So definitely a long process, but this is super good, super worth it. So in this cook, we're going to need fresh pound roast beef. I like a white cheese, mushrooms, onions, and the Velveeta cheese was like $14 at a store, so that was a little expensive for Velveeta cheese, so I got this Cheesy Does It. I'm sure it's going to be just as good. We'll come back to you on that. Everything needs to be fresh. You can't use anything else for this sandwich to make it. That bacon already smells good. Okay, now you want to turn your heat down low and use your bacon grease to saute the mushrooms and the onions, and throw a little bit of seasoning on it there. And that's what you'll use to cook this with. So this next process, you want to turn around and put a little milk and butter in the pan. This is not the healthiest sandwich out there. This is a heart attack sandwich waiting to happen, but it's worth it. But yeah, let the butter melt. Then you cut your cheese up in cubes and toss it in. Let it melt. Now you're going to have extra cheese sauce left over when you make this, and you can go ahead and save it for and make a queso out of the dip later on, like, so you can do a salsa with it. And that's what I usually do with the leftovers, so nothing goes really to waste. Okay, after you get your cheese all melted, you want to turn it down on a low heat. You don't want your cheese to really burn, but if it does, it's okay. It'll give it a nice little crunchy flavor there. You don't want it to burn. So the slower you have it, the lower you have it, the better. That was hard to do with one hand. So now you take your sauteed bacon, mushrooms and onions, and take and stir that in real good. Alright, you can go ahead and turn off your heat. I mean, if you have to heat it back up and warm it back up, you can. So, we're at this stage. Put your lid on it. Now we're going to cut up our buns and get garlic butter put on them. You can use any bread you want. I have been making it on garlic bread, but I wanted to make it in more of a hoagie sandwich this go around. The garlic bread is awesome, but I'm going to do this. I'll do garlic bread, get it ready, and then I will show you the next process. So, and you can use any bread you really want to do these, but this is how I'm going to do it this go around. Okay, now we got our buns ready, or garlic butter and everything on them. Now it's ready to start. assembling the coma burger, I guess. Actually, this is a roast beef and cheddar sandwich, is what this is. You're also going to need your tin foil for this cook as well, and a tin foil pan too, probably 2 of them. This is going to make probably 6 sandwiches. Okay, so we got our first layer on. We got our Swiss cheese here, and this is also deli cheese. Everything's got to be fresh with this sandwich. It's a must. Next, we're going to do our roast beef. Okay, now we got our roast beef on here. And our sandwiches. Next part is the gooey dip, and it is gooey and it is messy. So, but that's the best part. Okay, this is your roast beef and cheddar sandwich all done. Now we're going to wrap them up in tin foil. Like I said, this is where it gets messy. Okay, so this is kind of what your final product here is going to look like. At this point in time, you can turn around and put these in the fridge if you're not quite ready to eat them. And if that's not the case, go ahead and you fire up your Traeger grill. To smoke, let it get all smoky and get going. At least about probably 10 to 15 minutes prior before you put them on. Turn around and set these on your Traeger, and it depends. I like to smoke mine for about an hour and a half or so, and then I'll bump the heat up a little bit just to get that nice toasty. But it'll get toasty no matter what. It won't burn them out. It won't dry them out. That's what the tin foil is for. And believe it or not, your garlic butter and everything underneath is going to be a nice garlic butter toast. But yeah, this is my version. This go around for my roast beef and cheddar sandwich. I did put this on Facebook on our Dines and Dinner page, and it hit 1,000K in like 24 hours. So I thought I would create this again in video and show you the process on it. So these are so good. They're not healthy. They're a little expensive, but they are really, really good. Worth the make. But alright, I'm going to get the grill fired up and get it smoking, and we'll get to that process here in just a little bit. Alright, so the final touch that is really awesome with this meal is to turn it into a dip, like an au jus dip. So you'll need to package this and follow the instructions. Pretty easy to make. 3 cups of water, mix it into with cold water, and then cook it on a medium heat until it boils. Makes the sandwich just that much better. Alright guys, there you have it. The 1K roast beef and cheddar with au jus sandwich. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep on grilling.